Today we are pitting the Canon 5D Mark III DSLR against a $10 Walmart keychain camera. Stick around, see the results. So come join us as we hike into the Cibola National Forest to photograph the landscapes that New Mexico has to offer. I was just happy to be in a Walmart, had to pick up a mouse in the electronics section, walk through the camera section, and saw this and $10. I'm like, oh, why not? We'll bring it along in the video and see what we can do with it. Do I think it's going to do anything compared to this? No, not in a million years, but it's going to be fun to just see what the difference is. Right now, we're just taking a small water break. Right to my left here, I'll spin you around, and right up there. We're hiking right up there. Last 2 days have been super windy. I mean, down there where I was 13 to 15 mile an hour wind gusts. And then when we hiked up top of that hill, forget it. There's no way I was flying a drone. I wouldn't be able to set up my video tripod. It would just blown it right over. It's only a mile from the truck. We probably only got maybe a quarter mile. It gets just, the worst part is like the last 300 feet just gets real steep. Not bad at all. Also found something up top, so stick around, I'll show you what I found up there. So let's go ahead and just go over this. Small camera, not going to take much at all. According to the packaging, 14 megapixel HD video, can store 100 internal photos, or it's got a micro SD card slot. You got two modes. You got photo, video. Third mode is just the view. As far as I can tell and figure out, you only can view where the last photo you took. Yeah, you can't scroll through them, so you can't delete them off here. So if you didn't have an SD card and you had 100 photos, you want to get rid of some, you got to delete them on the computer. Very simple to operate. Hold the button down, power button down for couple seconds, comes on, welcome. And you can cycle through, starts with photo, hit the menu button or the mode button, takes you to video. Again, view your last shot, whether it's a still image or video. Hit it again, take you back to still images, and just hold the power button back down, says goodbye, and you're done. Heavy duty, straight plastic. So, like I said, not expecting this to do anything. Obviously, it's not going to compete with the 5D Mark III. The screen on the back is about the same size as the viewfinder on my Canon, and my LCD screen on the camera, a third. It's only, the small camera is about the third of the size of my LCD screen on my Canon. Canon obviously, auto controls, you control everything, ISO, shutter speed, aperture, all that. No comparison. I mean, you can't focus, zoom, or anything with this. I don't even know what focal length it is. I'll just show you the quality of this video. I'll record a couple so I can get it to turn on. Here we go. Mode, record. Here's the HD quality of the Walmart keychain. I forget who here makes this thing. Vivitar. I'll put it up here. I don't even know how much I'm using frame because I can't see the viewfinder. I was gonna come out tomorrow. It's supposed to be really nice clouds tomorrow. I need to leave tomorrow. I had to order 2 new hard drives, so where they're gonna be delivered is like 4.5 hours away. So I just want to get a little bit closer so I don't have to drive one go. I just don't feel like doing that. There's no need to. We're going to go ahead and get our drink of water. We got a couple hours before sunset. We're going to go ahead and make our way up towards the top. here's a decent first test. We're gonna do both handheld. We'll go with the Walmart special. So we got right there in the distance, that's called Vic's Peak, if I remember correctly. If it's not, I'll put it up here above me. And then all these cliff sides going through the valley, just the jagged rocks. I love those type of landscapes. You're out here in the desert areas, New Mexico, Arizona, and all that. So, cannot see the screen with your sunglasses on. So I'll go ahead, power it on. We're on photo mode, no viewfinder. We'll put Vic's Peak kind of in upper right. I can't tell if it's taking a photo or not, so let's go to mode. Yeah, I took the image. All right, let's switch over to the big boy here. No special filter or anything, just straight out of camera, handheld, f11. We'll try to keep ISO 100. We'll see what we can do. I'm just trying to frame it up about the same as that other camera. Fixed peak, kind of upper right. And let's bump the ISO up to, let's go 320. That way I can handhold this at f11. We'll go with that. See what the difference is. All right, we haven't come very far. I was just gonna keep going so we can get up to the top. It's 251, we got plenty of time. And I just saw this cool little formation. We got this big rock on the right with two rocks like bouncing on top of it almost. And amongst the other rocks, all this big cactus. In the background, you got Vic's Peak. Take two more images, one with the Vivitar camera and the Canon handheld. So we'll see how these turn out. Not the greatest time of day right now. I mean, that sun is just blasting everything. I'm not trying to go for gallery quality, just trying to get some comparison shots. So we'll see how these come out. All right, as you can see, made it to the top. Just as I said, opportunities all around, just like back in, we were in Oregon mountains. But just like I said, yesterday found something, just like we did in Oregon Mountain on last week's video. We found another cache. So I didn't open it up yesterday. I was waiting for today. Go ahead and crack it open, see what's inside, and I brought something to add this time. All right, so I'm gonna use a glass mason jar. Got some, I hope there's no critters down in here. But that lid is about, plastic lid, looks like a mayonnaise jar or something. What's in here right now is a design sheet with a pencil. I got something special to add into it for the next person. Let's see here. Mike Garrett, Four Corners, 2nd of March, 2017. Last person to find it is, wow, December 30th of 2021. Fred Brown, marker 585 from Albuquerque. Wow, hasn't been anybody up here for a while, so might be a while before somebody finds my gift. They also have on here the elevation in this spot is 6,661 feet. See how accurate that is. Let's go ahead and sign that. Again, put our YouTube channel. Today's January 3rd, 2026. Oh, we got that. That's all signed. What we're gonna put in is whatever cash I had in my wallet. So I'm gonna go ahead and in the description of this video, I'm putting the grid coordinates to this spot. So if you find it, congrats, it's yours. And you win yourselves a whopping $6. That's all I had in my wallet. I don't use cash. But it says, congrats, you found the cash before anyone else. $6 isn't much, but it's what was currently in my wallet. If you are the one to find this, please visit youtube.com/@. Preston Grindle. I'm gonna make a playlist. Go to the playlist, geocache, video number 1. Comment, you're the one to find the cache. We'll see. I'm the first person in 5 years. So, you guys are feeling frisky. Come on here to New Mexico. Climb. It's not that hard to climb. Come here and get your $6. And then message you when you do. Lucky someone gets $6 whole dollars. I don't know how that hasn't broke yet. Maybe one of you guys will be lucky enough to stumble up here and find it, or somebody else will find it and get a new subscriber out of it. Who knows? Speaking of subscribers, the White Sands video outperformed way better than I thought. Wasn't expecting that. Thanks to everybody that supported that, subscribed. I had over 100 subscribers just from that video. That was just awesome. Everybody who did subscribe, thanks a lot. And all the people who have been subscribed to me since from the beginning, pretty much. Thanks. Also, over 90% of my viewers are not subscribers. If you are one of those viewers, if you've seen me multiple times, or if this is your first time, just go ahead and hit subscribe. That'd be awesome. It helps me out a ton, and even just a thumbs up. So go ahead and do that. And we're gonna pick out some composition shoot. I think we're gonna have plenty to shoot. Nice wide ones, nice tight ones. Unlike Oregon Mountain, our last week's video, not really much for sky interest, but we're still gonna do what we can. Once that sun goes down, that VIX peak gets really nice light. It really does. And some of that light should be able to hit these cliff faces and all that. And then whatever's behind us, because that sun's setting over there, and lighten all that up. So let's go ahead and get set up. We still got some time for that light gets really nice, but at least we can frame up, snap a couple, see what we can come up with. All right, we got the first image framed up. Just went ahead and take everything in, get that one knocked out at first. That's pretty much all this thing can do. Took a couple with this already. I do want to throw the polarizer on because I'm going to take advantage of good shots while I'm here. I don't want to waste any just because I want to compare it to this. Still going to compare shots. Still going to try to get really nice shots. I'm not walking back up here, and we're probably going to head out of this spot tomorrow. Not going to waste it. Went ahead, got that fixed peak, kind of upper right, kind of like we did down there on the first shot with these. More of those cliff sides going through the valleys. You got all these valleys and spurs just working its way right to fixed peak. Nice big wide shot. We're gonna go ahead and attempt to get the same shot with this. Let's get it turned on. Welcome. You're welcome. Oh my God, this thing is... I don't know if you guys can see. Let's how little I have to work with here. I mean, here's my finger. It's so tiny. Let's go with the same perspective here. Hold it in front. And it's not like whenever you take a picture, check your images, make sure it did take, because there's no beep. There's no like, the screen doesn't go like black and then not black again. It just does nothing. So you have to check each time to make sure it actually took the photo. So got that one in the bag. So we'll see what those two look like. I went ahead and threw the polarizer on here because I still want to get good shots, not just mess around with this. Still taking shots with this, comparing. But we'll actually have some clouds in the sky tonight, which they were calling for absolutely zero. Another reason I want to throw that polarizer on, kind of pull that out, darken that blue up in that sky, and get some more interest. I bumped it back up to f14, underexposed by 1/3, 2/3. Proper exposure just seemed too bright to me. I don't know. That's just my personal taste. I mean, I'd rather edit a little bit from an underexposed image. It's just me. Not everybody agrees, but to each his own. So let's frame up some more. The sun's still pretty high. I'm trying to frame some stuff up. The sky's just really super bright still. And to get these valleys and all that exposed, the sky's just super bright, and I just don't feel like doing a whole bunch of different exposures. Because like I said, once that light gets down later, I mean, about another half hour, 45 minutes, that light will start getting really nice. We won't have to battle with it as much. So we're just gonna hang out. I got a few snacks. I'm just gonna eat a few things and wait on that light. So I'll be back. I went ahead and threw the 100 to 400 on. There's a lot of these cliff sides that are getting light right now are not going to get light here in a little bit. Zoom in, get some tighter detail shots while I can still take advantage of those cliff sides. Now you should be able to see on there, you got all those hills, but you got all these small cliff sides sticking up out of the side of the hills. So that's what I'm mainly focusing on. Haven't framed anything else up yet, but got the polarizer on. One thing about the polarizer too, in these areas like this, you got a lot of browns. It warms the scene up quite a bit. Takes some of that bluish coolness out of it. I like the warm feeling in these desert areas like this. Here's a shot framing up. I'm not zooming all the way in. I'm at 100, very low of the sky, which does have clouds in it. At the bottom of the frame, there's like a small canyon right there. So you got cliffs there. As you go further into the photo, you start going up a hill, then you got two more cliff sides, and it levels up, and you got all those hills in the background, and then the sky with those clouds that I was not expecting tonight. I'm gonna go 1/3 and 2/3 underexposed. I mean, it's digital, why not? You got all the room. It's not like you're gonna run out of film, just battery. I got plenty of battery. I'm gonna take this. One thing, obviously this has advantage over this, different lenses, tighter frames. This is just like, seems like just wide shots, but I'm going to point it in the same direction and see what we get. You cannot tell how good the photo is. So hope you guys enjoy that one. Go ahead, turn our attention behind us for a minute. This behind us is just getting lit up really nice. I'm just really happy that we finally got clouds rolling in. Really expecting just none. I was just come to terms with it, but nice little gift. We're gonna turn our attention back behind us, shoot the other direction, see what we can come up with. So as you can hopefully see, we got plenty to work with out here. A lot more rolling hills, still cliff sides sticking out of them. But then we got mixed in it a little bit further out, more jagged peaks mixed in with the hills, bigger cliff sides and mountains way, way off in the distance. So right in the middle, I don't know if you can see it on here. It's right behind my camera. Let me move you over. I'm blocking it. So you got this hill right here. So it's just amongst all these hills, and then you got these like little rocky peak right there in the middle. I got it framed up, so it's zoomed in. Frame's like 350. It's almost center of frame. The peak of it's more upper left, and you got the hills in front of it, hills behind it, and way off in distance, those other cliff sides, real big ones, way off in the distance. So there's actually quite a bit of separation throughout the whole photo that's giving it quite a bit of depth and separating that peak. so it doesn't just look flat, with, I think, pretty nice light on it. Actually, I think it's gonna look pretty cool. Again, another one this thing can't do. I think that one looked good. Let's go ahead and snap a shot with this behemoth. This camera's gonna put all DSLRs and mirrorless right out of business. I'm telling you, I can't even see where I'm shooting at. Alrighty, well, there we go. We'll see how that one turns out. But I think the one from the actual camera is gonna come out pretty nice. So, find out. While I was flying the drone, here comes back. Battery's dying. Down to the last battery, so I gotta catch this baby. Come on, go down. Thing has sensors, so you're trying to wait for it to come down. You gotta keep holding down that stick. It just will run away from your hand because it has sensors. Get back to shooting, the light is starting to look really, really nice. Now they've got the 24-70 on, the light's gotten a lot nicer. The sun's going down quite a bit. Not blasting the sky as much. I think we can go ahead, start framing up for panorama with 24-70 before we lose light in the valley too much. So let's go ahead and level the tripod. Not as much, around Vic's Peak, there's not as much clouds. What clouds are those super high, super thin clouds, kind of like streaking across. They look pretty cool from coming that way because they're like streaking. You can get those sun rays coming through them. But as far as around Vic's Peaks, not as much. So we're gonna cut out a lot of the sky there. As we move left, more and more sky will be exposed, and there's actually clouds over there. Now, as far as the old Vivitar or wherever that, or other camera tagging along, no tripod mount. You're not mounting this to a tripod. I'm sure they make some sort of cheap Temu one that you strap it to, but you're not doing this with it. So this is one shot I won't be trying to replicate with that. So get this all set up and grab ourselves an image. All right, what I'm lining up here, because that sun's starting to go down, kind of talk as I get everything ready. So on here, just room just right of Vic's Peak there, and I'll do a panorama around, probably like 4 shots, trying to get as much as I can in. 24-70, zoom in the 70 mil, so I get that Vic's Peak as prominent in the photo as I can. For our first shot, we're looking at f14, 1/4 of a second, ISO 100. I always shoot with a 2-second delay. All right, that was proper exposure. Let's do 1 stop underexposed, 1 2/3 underexposed. There's actually a peak right out there. When I first saw it, it reminded me of like a Smurfs hat or something. I zoomed in, was gonna get a shot, but I just couldn't get anything to work. It just looked funny. That light is just looking so awesome. I love the Southwest. Give ourselves one more. All right, let's patch that one together, see what comes out. Again, no comparison with the other one because the other one can't do that. Hope you enjoy that one. I just noticed when I was just looking at the footage on the phone there, my hair is a freaking wreck. It is so messed up. So I'm sure somebody's going to comment about it. Oh well, this is what it is. I had no idea. That crap is. It's like flat here. It's all over the place. It's life on the road, I guess. Went ahead and got the 100 to 400 back on. The sun over there is going down. Quite a bit of clouds in front of it as it's going down. The light on all these hills just super soft. But I went ahead and just put the 100 to 400 back on because with the 24-70, I already got 70 70 mil shot with the panorama. I think I got a little tighter one of the whole thing, and then the big wide with a 24. And like I said, it's going on 4:53. So around, hopefully within the next 30 minutes or so, that light on that VIX peak is going to be hopefully really nice. Starting to get some more clouds up behind it. Just going to kind of scan around 100, 400, see what we can get. Just waiting for now, just that one shot, 2 shots possibly. See what kind of images we can come up with. All right, what I decided on, got the 100 to 400 on, doing a panorama at it. It's all the way out to 100 because I want to get as much as I can with that valley. But just like the 24 to 70, I want it tighter so it makes that VIX peaks a little bit more prominent in the photo, but still able to get the valleys and all that. You could just snap all kinds of wide 24 to 70 and just get a million shots of this wide open. I like the panoramas, zooming in tight, get that main subject more prominent in the shot, and just add more into the image so you're not shooting the same thing over and over. Light's getting really nice. Clouds decide to come into the scene. The light here's not as extreme as it was in our last video. That light was just incredible and just changed so fast. I mean, this is still nice light. I'm not denying that. I'll get 4 shots here for our panorama, and then probably zoom in to get some tighter shots of VIX Peaks itself. See how that come out. We'll just shoot through the viewfinder with the small camera. Fits right in there. We'll see how that comes out. But I just took a picture of the Smurf hat. We'll see how I don't have high hopes for it, but we'll see how it comes out. Grabbed what we could. Not as many images as I was expecting, but it's kind of what happens when you stay in one spot. I mean, I'll stay up here a little bit. It's only 5 o'clock. Got another half hour or so before it gets dark. I did bring a headlamp, probably going down in the dark. Those coyotes are so thick, I think. Last 2 days or 2 mornings. This morning they woke me up like 1:30. Sounded like right outside my truck. They're everywhere. I mean, 360 degree, any direction, there's coyotes. And then the day before, 6:30 in the morning, like alarm clock woke me right up. It's like nature's roosters, or the desert's roosters, the coyotes. I don't mind. They're so fun to listen to. Harvey's even got used to them anymore. He doesn't even look up anymore. He just, okay, coyotes are out. We'll see what happens here. Corner a little bit on our Vivitar camera, get some more of that high definition quality HD video that this thing has to offer. Zoomed in super tight on 400, just on VIX peak out there to see what I could get. I'm gonna slowly pack up, and as I do, just kind of watch the light, see if anything else changes, and go from there. Or as I packed up here, make sure you do stick around to the end because it'll be tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow for me. But I'll download these images. We'll compare. Obviously, we already know the 5D came out on top. But who knows? Maybe it's surprised how decent this is. It's just so hard because that screen on the back's that big. So stick around for that. Sun's gone down. I mean, the sky, yeah, it's nice color in the sky, just nothing of interest. The shoot that's shooting towards you color. Not really more light showing up on that because of the clouds off in the distance, not allowing that sun or that light to hit that cliffside of Vic's Peak like it was last night and the night before. That gives us a chance to get down this hill before it gets dark. Got my headlamp. Took us about 20 minutes to get back down the truck yesterday. Like I said, it's 0.92 miles. Also, again, the coordinates for the geocache with the $6 in it be in the description below. Hopefully when you guys find it, comment if you do. See you during the review for the little camera. So see you in a second. Well, that was interesting. Wasn't 100% expecting that. I was expecting a little bit better. I knew it wasn't going to come anywhere near the Canon. As you can see, those images was just straight up trash. I tried to do what I could in Lightroom. There was just no hope for them. So out of focus. Again, you can't focus it, you can't zoom it, you can't delete images off of it. And camera, HD quality video, no, I don't think so. The sound was crap. I can't even see where it records sound on here. I can't even see a mic. 14 megapixels, highly doubt that. I've seen point and shoot cameras from the late 90s with 8 megapixels or less do better than this. So, I mean, for 10 bucks, what do you expect? I mean, cheap plastic. I wouldn't spend $2 on it. I guess if you want a trinket for your camera bag or for one of your kids to play with, that's about all it's good for. But overall, I just want to try to do something different. If you guys like this type of content, just let me know in the comments below. I am going to do more stuff like this. Just want to find weird stuff like this, maybe older camera equipment, just take it out in the field and mess with it, see how it all does. There is something I saw online, I saw a guy do that looks really fun and really cool to do. So once I get the stuff to be able to do that, try to do that here in the near future. But overall, don't waste your time. And another announcement, we finally hit 500 subscribers. So thanks to everybody who has subscribed, been here since the beginning, and all the recent subscribers. Next step is 1,000 subscribers. So like I said, over 90% of my views are from non-subscribers. If that's one of you guys, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, put on the notifications so you don't miss any videos, and help me to get to the next milestone. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, take 20.